Hey, and thank you so much for tuning in to Wednesday Money Tips with WealthyMe. My name is Regan Mitchell, and I'm a certified financial planner professional. I'm also a member of the Financial Planning Institute of South Africa. Today, I want to touch on a few COVID relief, can I call it relief interventions in terms of retirement funds and retirement planning. I also want to touch on what are your options if you've been retrenched at your company with regards to your pension fund. So maybe let's start there, right? You've been retrenched and now you've got money in your pension fund. You've got 300,000, you've got 1 million, you've got 2 million. What are the options for you to consider? Okay, so there are a couple of options. You can decide to withdraw your entire pension fund into your bank account. You can decide to take a portion of your cash and preserve a portion. You can decide to preserve 100% of your pension fund in a preservation fund. You can also transfer it to a retirement annuity. You could also transfer your pension or your provident fund to another pension or provident fund if you're changing jobs. So let's talk about the consequences of taking 100% of your pension fund. If you're taking 100% of your pension fund will be taxed according to the withdrawal tables as stipulated on the SARS website. So when you withdraw your pension fund, the first 25,000 Rand is tax-free. After that, there's a tier tax system that taxes you at either 18%, 27%, or 36%. So you can imagine, just as an example, if you take 1 million Rand or 1.5 million, you might lose up to 36% of your fund value to the tax man. The other option is if you take a portion and preserve a portion. The portion that you are taking, that portion will be taxed depending on the amount that you are taking. And the money that you are transferring into your pension fund, into a preservation fund or into another retirement vehicle, approved retirement vehicle, that funds will not be taxed. Now, if you go for this option, where you take from your pension fund a withdrawal and you transfer to a preservation fund, the funds that are transferred to your preservation fund, you won't be able to access after you've taken a withdrawal upfront from your pension fund. The other option is if you take your full pension fund and you transfer it to a preservation fund, there's no tax consequence for that, right? Once you've done that, the preservation or the retirement fund laws allow you to then make one withdrawal on your preservation fund at any given point. You can withdraw up to 100% or you can withdraw a portion. But when you withdraw, you also need to consider the tax implications, right? So those are your options, but these are things that you need to discuss in conjunction or at least discuss with the help of a financial planner for you to really assess the full impact of your decision. Now let's move on to something else. So there has been a change in regulation as of 1st of June. So what that means is, and this is applicable to those retired pensioners. So you retired, you are a pensioner, and you drawing income from an annuity. Now you would know that when you took out your annuity, you could apply for a drawdown rate between 2.5% and 17%. Now, what we always advise our customers as financial advisors is not to draw down too much of your capital, because you might run out of capital very soon in your retirement years, because you want your funds to be sustainable. So what has happened as of the 1st of June is that annuitants are now allowed to increase their drawdown up to 20%. So you don't have to wait for your anniversary to make that decision. So let's say you're currently on 5% as a drawdown, or 6% as a drawdown. The new law or the new regulation, which is temporarily up until the end of September, allows you to go to your annuity provider and ask them to increase your annuity to a maximum of 20%, your drawdown percentage from your capital. That means you will be able then for the next 4 months to earn a lot more than what you currently earn. The reason for that, I think, really is perhaps to provide additional income to households where income has been lost. And then the third thing that I want to chat about is there are many business owners, even employees who are working in companies who's had massive salary cuts, and it's difficult for you to adjust to this new reality in terms of your income. So what we've seen across the globe, Australia, we've seen it in the US, the regulators in those countries have allowed for pension fund members to access their retirement savings. Now, in South Africa, you are really only allowed to access your retirement savings when you retire, or when you resign from a pension fund, or when you immigrate, or if you die or you become disabled. Now, because the effects of COVID-19 has been so drastic that regulators around the world have come to this conclusion and said, let us give our citizens access to their pension funds. So there are some proposals that has been sent to Treasury, that has been sent to the FSCA, Financial Services Conduct Authority. However, the FSCA and Treasury have not formally made their proposals to government, to Parliament, to say that they support the call for pension fund members to at least access a certain portion. So what this means is there are certain proposals where they say, can I access, can we not access up to 10% of what's there? I mean, some of our clients have money in retirement annuities. They run businesses. As a business owner, assume you're a small business owner. You don't have a pension fund in your company. You don't have a provident fund, but you've got a personal pension, which is a retirement annuity. The regulator should consider allowing business people to draw down that portion, whatever that portion is, because I personally believe that it will also provide a welcome relief for business owners. So those are the 3 things that I wanted to touch on today. If you really want to go into more detail, if you need advice, remember, this is not advice. If you need advice, please get in touch with us. We'd like to sit with you and plan these important financial decisions. Thank you so much for tuning in to Wednesday Money Tips.